Hey, what's up guys? Darkbreaker here in today's video with a new tier list style. Since Viego just came out and 5.0c is also coming out soon. So for this tier list, I will just adjust all the changes that I think are appropriate based on the changes they did on 5.1a. The patch has been out for a while already. But Viego just came out, so I wanted to make the tier list once Viego actually comes out, so I get a feeling about how good he is. And obviously, my tier list is pretty much just my personal opinion, and I'm just giving you guys an orientation about what's good or bad. And I hope you guys will enjoy this tier list because we are gonna adjust the tier list live on stream, and I will probably also check the Twitch chat out, or maybe you guys will see the Twitch chat. Never mind, I will not put the Twitch chat in here. It's gonna be distracting. But I will look it up live on stream so I can see the comments if people are saying, maybe you should adjust it differently or something like that. But yeah, hope you guys will enjoy this tier list. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. New tier list for 5.1b might come out pretty soon, because I think the new patch will come out next Thursday already. So maybe next week or the week after I will make the new tier list. But yeah, Viego has been out, and there has been a debate about whether or not Viego is broken or shit. And you guys can tell me in the comments what you guys think Viego is. Is he S tier? Is he really bad in your opinion? Is he hard to play? What's your personal opinion about Viego so far? But yeah, let's get started with the Baron lane, and let's check first the changes. We have some gameplay changes. Really, let's summarize very quickly. Force of Nature got buffed, Thornmail got buffed, some of the ruined items got buffed, but besides that, nothing too major. First Strike got nerfed. Then we have champion changes. Ashe got nerfed, Echo got buffed, that's relevant. Then Kindred, massive Kindred nerf. No one is banning Kindred anymore right now. Now afterwards we have Lilia massive buff, became really good right now in my opinion. Nunu also receiving a buff, I don't think this matters too much. Olaf also got a buff, that's pretty nice. Samira received a nerf. Twitch also received a nerf. Yasuo got buffed. Base HP regeneration, base damage, ultimate damage. Then Zoe received a nerf. But that's coming for the Baron lane. I mean, not for the Baron lane, for the champion changes. And let's hop right into the Baron lane. This is the tier list I had for the previous patch. Ignore the title, this is still for 5.0a, because I always just adjust the tier list. I mean, I could adjust the name to be fair. Yeah, Aatrox, Akali, Garen. I think all of these champions stay the same. I wouldn't adjust them. You could argue maybe put Renekton into S tier, to be fair. Urgot, still very good. There is also good. I don't think I would move them up anyway. I mean, if you guys want an in-depth explanation, you guys can obviously check out my last tier list, or you're waiting for the new tier list that will come out with the new patch most likely. But I'm just gonna see what champions I think are changing or getting better or worse right here. If I had to move, Yasuo is definitely the highlight here in the Baron lane because he got buffed. But I don't think I would put him as plus here, obviously. I don't think the buff is that massive, at least in the Baron lane. I think otherwise they stay the same. Because obviously this patch was not that big. Like, should I just throw around everything to make it like, wow, we have so many massive changes? And it's not like the meta changed completely. For Baron lane usually doesn't receive that many changes, unless we had like what was the biggest change again? Divine Sundra release was probably one of the biggest Baron lane buffs. Wukong, underwhelming right now, really not that good. Akshan obviously always a good laner, Teemo good laner, Kennen good laner and good in team fights. Diane's just solid. Swain very scaling, Pantheon, weak in the late game, thoughts of in the late game, strong in the early game, great service scaling. Like, Kale is just too scaling and too easy to punish. That's why she will always remain CT unless they're buffing her massively. Nasus needs way too much scaling. Vayne can be countered pretty easily. And Singed is very late game scaling. And look at, like, S plus in my opinion is always, those champions are great at carrying games 1 vs 9, even if your teammates are shit, or even against a hard team comp. Like Aatrox, Aatrox is Aatrox. Akali, one of the best AP assassins. Garen, super tanky, easy to play. I have a very good Garen gameplay coming up soon. Jax, one of the best late game champions, same for Camille. Gwen, late game, 1 vs 9 scaling monster with true damage. Reacton, just overall, I think he's just a super good package, same for Gregors. And Zed, obviously, monster tank. Honestly, I don't think I would change anything. These champions are not in any particular order, by the way, but I don't think I would change anything here. K should not be, someone's writing, K should not be here even. Oh yeah, for Viego, by the way. If I had to add Viego, I tried him, I would probably put Viego B or A tier. I think he's just a much better jungler than Baron laner. I tried him one time. You can definitely try him out in Baron lane, but I don't think it suits his playstyle, and he will struggle against a lot of champions in the matchup. And Viego's a champion that needs to scale, he needs to farm up, and I don't think you're allowed to do that in the Baron lane against, like, Fiora is super strong in the 1 vs 1. Kami probably beats him as well. Gwen most likely as well with the true damage. Renekton bullies him in the early game. Garen is kind of unkillable for him. Aatrox is Aatrox. I mean, he has way too many hard matchups here. So I don't think, if I had to put Viego B or A tier, I guess. Now jungle is more interesting because in jungle we have way more changes. Yeah, I think that's going to be it already. I don't think I would actually adjust anything. Did I miss anything? Honestly, no. I don't think I would change anything here. They all remain kinda in the same place. You could argue like 1 up or 1 down, depending. Like, you could probably put Renekton S tier if you want to be super strict. I mean, it's kind of close thing. It doesn't really matter that much. And if you guys wondering why Fiora here or Darius just S tier, Fiora way too hard team fights. Darius, I think his 1 vs 9 potential is not that good against a lot of team comps. Like, he's very situational. Like, if it's situational, I would rather put him S tier, where he's like a solid S tier, than, okay, maybe, I don't know. So I'm just gonna put him S tier, for example. Now, here, I think, honestly, I'm gonna, just because I wanna highlight this one, must ban. Oh, I fucked up the color now. No, it was here now. S plus. It was this color, right? And here, must ban. Must ban. Because this champion is broken. Who of you guys right now can already guess? Can you already guess what champion I'm gonna put in must ban? Any chatters? I wanna see. What champion am I gonna put there? Someone's saying Lilia, another one is saying Talon. Chat, come on, tell me. Yi, no. Kha'Zix, no. Talon, I need 5 Talon right now. And the answer is, guess what? It is this champion, broken. Talon is the strongest jungler, 100%. This champion, every top challenger or solo player with a good win rate is abusing this champion, having more than 1000 gold per minute and super high KDA. Like, even I have my average kill rate. Let me check really fast. I'm gonna check for you guys really fast my stats on this champion. Sound is here. Because I think I have 1200 GPM on this champion. 75% win rate, and I don't know, 12 kills on average. I'm gonna open on wildrift really fast. And Kindred, after the nerfs, definitely just S tier. Now we have the new champion Viego as well. Okay, I will show you guys first the talent stats. Okay. Viego. Some judges are writing Viego as well. Okay, why is wildrift loading so long? I have to update. Okay. S plus tier stays the same. Minus. No, I think he's here. And then I would move this one up. What else got what? Echo, right? Echo, I would move Echo up as well. And I'm putting them here, not because they're stronger than the others, but just to highlight them, because they moved up or down. Olaf. Olaf stays the same. I think I already have him S tier, yeah. Wait, wildrift is loading. I just want to show you why he's so strong. And again, wait. Here. Oh. 13 kills on average. Dude, my win rate 10 for 11. 10 kills, 4 deaths, 11 assists, and have 33%. Anyways, we're about like talent. 13 kills, 3 deaths, 8 assists, 1120. Okay, I was over. And 32,000 damage. This champion is way too strong right now. Every challenger player is abusing him, by the way. So Talon is definitely must ban. Must ban right now. Champion is way too good. Next one, Lee Sin, Evelyn, Hakrim, Kha'Zix, Kayn, and Aatrox. Pretty self-explained, I would say. These champions are just super strong. Have been for a very long time. The car looks bad. Was it this color? I think I had this color actually. Yeah, it was this color. I don't think I need to explain these champions. Let's talk about Mr. Viego though. Mr. Viego just came out. I think the biggest issue about this champion is he's very hard to play. You need good knowledge about every ability from all of the opponents, so you can use it in teamfights correctly. Targeting the passive of Viego, like taking the soul during a team fight, can be messy and hard to click it correctly. Then obviously he's a glass cannon. He's a glass cannon that is super squishy and scaling. That's why I'm running a very bruiser build on him, so he's not completely glass cannon. And like I said, he's super squishy, he's very scaling. You need to understand his playstyle and you need to have the right team comp. I think in the right team comp he could potentially absolutely demolish people, but on average there are so many team comps where he's getting either kited, or they have too much crowd control, or you don't have any frontliners to initiate for you. If you're Viego and you don't have any setup, like no tank to initiate for you, you just have an enchanter, you're facing a high mobility team composition with maybe a lot of crowd control, you will have a very hard time, since Viego is super scaling and at the same time squishy. But I think his damage output and his abilities are super good. That's why I'm just putting him at the solid S tier right now. And I know, Riot, Viego's win rate will be fucking shit in the beginning of this patch. And because the win rate is so bad, since players either don't know how to play him, he's hard to play, he's very squishy, he will have low win rate, and then he will get buffed, and then he will be S plus tier. I'm just calling it right now. Mark my words, this is gonna happen. Kinda similar to Talon, by the way. Talon, I said Talon is also pretty weak. They buffed Talon, he became too strong, and now he is the most broken jungler in the game. Why? High mobility, burst damage, and he's just moving on the map like without zero cooldown. Lilia got a massive buff, and I have to say, honestly, I'm impressed about how strong Lilia became on the newest patch. She has pretty good jungle clear in the mid and late game. Her late game damage and her mobility are crazy, and remember, she has true damage. So if you want to pick Lilia, she excels in the late game. Against tanky champions, against champions that have a lot of resistance, her true damage is just gonna destroy them. Now Echo got buffed and Echo also became much better. His jungle clears much better, allowing him to farm easier, and his first ability does more damage. Echo was always a champion that has been very strong in the late game, but struggles in the early game, and they did buff his early game jungle clear speed and also the damage on the first ability. Kindred got a massive nerf. Definitely not as easy to play as beforehand. Can't dominate the early game. Like, she's obviously a very strong late game scaling champion, and she was already dominating in the 1v1s against other champion in skirmishes. So the nerf is definitely gonna hurt her. But in the right team comp, obviously when she gets into the late game, she's still a monster. And otherwise here, champions didn't really change that much. Master Yi, after the buff they did on the previous patch, has been very strong, so he's doing pretty good. Otherwise, I don't think I need to explain the other champions. I already explained the same thing, so I don't think I have to repeat myself, since I'm gonna do a tier list very soon anyways. We have a Nunu buff. It's pretty nice, nice to have buff, but I don't think it matters at all. I played him already. Don't think it matters. Olaf, I already played Olaf as well. I think Olaf buff is pretty nice, to be fair. I can move him here since he got adjusted, so you guys can see which champions got adjusted here. I don't think Nunu buff matters too much. Olaf buff is pretty nice, to be fair. For you guys wondering, he gets more attack speed, he gets more lifesteal, he gets more shielding, but I think this is the biggest change. He gets way more resistance, so when he's trying to run on people, he's taking way less damage than beforehand. This is probably the biggest change. These are nice to have, like Berserker's Rage, Vicious Strikes, nice to have, but this is the biggest adjustment that is beneficial for Olaf right now. Otherwise, I don't think I adjust anything here. Yes, that's pretty fitting. Coin flip, not that good in solo queue. Can't 1 versus 9. Very weak in the early game, situational pick. Scaling, situational, shit in team fights, snowballing champion, very scaling, absolute dog shit rework. Just dog shit in team fights, hard to play, snowball reliant, and this guy got nerfed and is also snowball reliant. Like, Twitch can always work because you're playing solo queue against clowns. It's all about cheesing people. It's all over the cheese. Let's move on to mid lane. So for mid lane, what adjustments do we have? Let's just check really quick. We have an Echo buff, we have a Lilia buff. But I don't think it matters, honestly, mid lane. These champions are not mid lane champions. Yasuo is pretty big, but I already have him as plus here. Zoe, nerf. Zoe nerf is pretty big, to be fair. I think I have a S plus. No, I have a S tier actually. Yeah, I don't think I would change her. She's still S tier in my opinion. Yasuo stays the same. I have Echo A tier. I would not move him up. I have Lilia B tier. I would not move her up as well. Let's walk through very quickly. Like, I mean, you see S plus tier, it's pretty obvious. Syndra. Yeah, one of the best late game control mages. Akali, one of the best assassins. Kassadin, late game god. Vladimir, late game god. Diana, teamfight monster, high mobility. Lux, insane poking damage, utility, crowd control, you name it. Corki, very good teamfight. Yone and Yasuo are late game scaling monsters that have a lot of outplay potential. Zed is just one of the best assassins, especially in solo queue. You can always 1v1 kill people since there are so many squishy targets. And otherwise, it's pretty self-explained or not. Would I adjust anything here? What does my feeling tell? No. No, not really. I think they're all in a fine position. You could always argue move like one up or one down. One up or one down, but I mean they're all in a very similar. It's all about opinion and personal bias. Maybe you got stomped by ace or one-trick pony, and that's why you're thinking, wow, he's broken in teamfights in the late game. But remember, he needs to get into the late game first of all, and he has a lot of hard matchups, and he's super scaling. Scaling, low mobility, scaling, falls off, just solid. Shit in the early game, very easy to kill 1v1, has good teamfight, super scaling, super scaling, super scaling. Yeah, I think not much change, honestly. Mid, not much change. I don't think I would change anything. No? ADC? Oh, is this an old one? I think this must still be an old one. How would I change? No, I don't think it's an old one. Kaiser, no, still broken. Solo queue late game. Yeah. I mean, I can, to be fair, since ADC is so short, I can argue it. One of the best late game, like Tristana, one of the best late game scaling ADCs. Like, remember solo queue. The likelihood of you getting into a late game and then Tristana running down is pretty high. Kaiser is just super solid across all the board. Ezreal, high mobility, late game poking god. Lucian, one of the strongest early games, has high mobility. Sivir, just press the ultimate and you provide so much value in teamfight that, I mean, that's the reason she has one of the highest win rates, right? Caitlyn also has a very high win rate. Sivir. But this is Diamond Plus. Imagine Twitch has such a high win rate, but this is from... Oh, this is very recent. Interesting. Saya, honestly, fuck Stuart. Stuart is praising her too much. I don't put her. I have never seen a very good. I have never seen a useful Saya before. Fuck that. S tier. She's solid, but she's not the 1v9 hyper carry monster. Woo! No. Vayne, late game scaling monster. Varus is just super solid across the board. Neela and Samira with engaging team comp just good. Jhin obviously in the early mid game super strong in the laning phase. Corgi with a package. Caitlyn super solid across the board. Probably the easiest to play champion. That's why she's performing so well. And she has the highest range. So like, do you understand why this champion is always doing so good? Because her early game is piss easy and she's good across all stages of the game. While Draven is way harder to play, but it's one of the strongest early game champions and at the same time, strongest early game champion, one of the hardest ADCs to play. And has low mobility, to be fair. Misfortune is great, ultimate is strong in the early game. Ashe with her utility. I've never seen a good Ashe, to be fair. Never. Across the last few seasons, I never see a good Ashe. It's so rare. Like, yeah, if you can land a nice ultimate, that's pretty good. It's pretty good, but you also need follow-up. Like, you land a nice ultimate, someone needs to engage onto the person. And you think the average diamond support that is playing Nautilus or Leona, they will follow up? They don't know shit. They're too bad for that. Jinx, to scaling. Like, these three champions are so weak in the early game and to scaling, I can't put them higher. I just can't. And they're very they need a Lulu or Yumi, and without them, they are so easy to bully. Like, imagine you're Draven Leona lane, and you're facing Twitch with Soraka. What do? Nothing. They could just get stomped, and that's the average experience for these three champions on average. Senna, too scaling, too situational, dual Q reliant champion. Not good as just not good as ADC. She's too scaling, and her damage output, she can't do 1vs9. She cannot 1vs9. You can't tell me this. She can't 1vs9 a game. In comparison to a Tristana, if you're playing a jungler or mid laner, or Baron lane, are you ever afraid of a Senna, or are you afraid of the late game Tristana with 5 items? Yeah, I'm afraid of the late game Tristana, not about the Senna. Okay, let's move on to support. Yeah. I mean, honestly, stays the same. I honestly would not adjust anything here again. I could, since I'm playing with Ramos support, I could put in Ramos support for fun. I mean, Yumi is Yumi, you know that. Pike is Pike. Lulu is Lulu. Soraka is... I don't need to explain it, you guys know it by now. Soraka is Soraka. Lux is Lux. Thresh is Thresh. Nah, I need to move Zyra. This is, I think this is an old one that I didn't adjust yet. Zyra is... This... I had Zyra the last tier this year, I think. When was the last time I've seen a good Zyra that's actually super annoying as a support? Zyra got buffed though. Yeah. She could be A, she could be S. Depends. Zyra, I definitely can't put Zyra S plus tier. Fuck that. I'm more willing to put... No, they're all very good. They're all very good. What can I say? They belong where they are. Zyra, honestly, I might put Zyra A tier. I mean, I have Sona here as well. Sona's a late game monster, to be fair. Yeah, Sona's way more annoying than Zyra. Nah, it's fine. Senna support deserves more. Nah, fuck this. When have you seen, when was the last time you've seen a good Senna support? Like, Senna support works only, I'm just saying, Senna support works only in duo queue. If you play Senna support solo queue, most likely you will have a Senna in a bad team comp. Like, when can you pick Senna? Like, the likelihood of you having a good frontline to play Senna is not that big. Like, if you want to play Senna, you need most likely at least one frontliner or maybe two frontliners, and then she's like a second carry. But I think she's way better in duo queue or competitive, not solo queue. I mean, she can be very good. She can be very good, but remember, it's solo queue. Yeah, I don't think I would adjust anything in support. They're all very fine, in my opinion. So what are the biggest changes? I mean, I guess Lilia moved up. Echo moved up. Viego got established. Talon is broken. Baron lane, nothing changed really. Mid lane, nothing major changed, to be fair. No. Samira got nerfed, but I don't think she's changing. Stays the same. This is fine. I mean, some people might say this is S plus tier. Some people maybe say he is S plus tier. Or maybe she is S plus tier. It doesn't really matter, does it? Like, it would just be a small difference, in my opinion. I mean, you could argue. You could also put that down. You could argue this. You could put it like this. It doesn't really matter that much. To be fair, I think I had Caitlyn for a while as plus tier. But I don't think it's Caitlyn being strong. It's more like my ADCs being bad. And Caitlyn just abuses bad ADCs because they can't lane. Since Caitlyn is just so dominant in the early game. Same for Draven. Like, my enemy Draven is probably as plus tier, but the Draven on my team is never doing that good. It's just personal bias. Because enemy Draven always performs super good, enemy Caitlyn always performs super good, but once you have them in your own team, they're not that strong. Caitlyn lacks mobility, Draven lacks mobility. These guys are super high mobile, very hard to kill, and Sivir just press ultimate. Yeah, but that's great for the tier list. Not much changed. That's why I didn't make the tier list earlier, because I was waiting for Viego. And I don't think it was worth making the tier list that early when there are just barely any changes. And so I'm gonna make a more in-depth tier list, hopefully for the next patch, if it's gonna be bigger. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tier list. And I'll see you guys next time. Write them below in the comments your opinion, what you think are the strongest champions, and what you think about Viego. But yeah, that's it. I see you guys. Bye bye. No, that was a quick one. GG's. You go. Oh, Kalista. Okay, never mind, Kalista. Kalista died for nothing. Wait, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Chat, MVP. I forgot Kalista. Honestly, Kalista feels pretty underwhelming now. Wait, where is she? Callista. Do I have her here? I think I added her. Where's Callista? Golly. No, I don't have Callista. This looks a bit like Callista, right? A Callista is A tier. Put Karma. She looks like Callista. I know, right? This is Callista. A tier. This is Callista. Callista's A tier. I feel like she's super weak in the early game. She's very scaling, hard to play in team fights. This guy, someone saying, put Karma, it doesn't look like her. Yeah, this is Callista, guys. Callista, A tier. Callista, A tier. Yeah, I guess that's it. I see you guys.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.